The question is this: if all of chiropractors and chiropractic went away tomorrow, would the same physiology exist in the spine and the nervous system that you influence with your chiropractic adjustment? The answer is yes. Why is that important? Chiropractic is based on a physiological truth. Let's look at the science behind chiropractic. So what fires me up when talking about the science is the intimate connection between the spine and the central nervous system. That is the foundation for results occurring with a chiropractic adjustment. It's why I created this poster that allows us to know all the spinal neurological pathways that exist by an adjustment. So the simplest form is that there are joints, and within those joints there are neurons. Neurons better known to be joint mechanoreceptors. You remember those? I don't want to give you flashbacks from studying for boards, but free nerve endings, Ruffini's end organs, Golgi tendon organs, and Pacinian corpuscles. In addition to that, all the muscles that surround the spinal segment are filled with muscle spindles. That's another form of a neuron that communicate with the brain every millisecond of our lives. These receptors are constantly, every millisecond of a human's life, interacting with the brain, giving it information, and therefore having the brain send information accordingly. What happens is this, and it's so fascinating to me, I've done a thesis on this, that the disafferentation model of subluxation, this aberrant-afferent input is delivered to the brain when there's stretch or distortion occurring within these neurons or these mechanoreceptors. When that happens, there's a reflex arc at that specific segment, but most importantly, it is triggered into the brain through the amygdala, the HPA axis, and then the hypothalamus, stimulating stress hormones. It's as if the body is under attack. It puts it into a stress response. And as you know and remember, a stress response causes an increase in stress hormones, most notably norepinephrine and cortisol. Why is this a big deal? Because it lays the groundwork for chronic disease physiology. Hearts, lungs, digestion, breathing, immunity, blood pressure, all of those directly influenced by this cascade of stress hormones that flow throughout the bloodstream. This is where research from 2011 and 14 and 16 and 17 have come out proving the efficacy of an adjustment influencing these receptors and thus influencing the brain, the neurology, and the stress hormones. This subluxation, which is this bone not aligned or moving appropriately, and movement is the key ingredient, creates inflammation in that area, disafferentation up into the spinal cord and brainstem, a lack of mobility, which actually leads to scar tissue and adhesions within that joint, which leads to dehydration within a disc because it decreases the imbibition, and this aberrant-afferent input that sets this cascade of neurohormonal influence that changes the function of the human body. Your adjustment restores motion, decreases the stretch and distortion within those mechanoreceptors. It starts to calm the nervous system. It restores order within the hypothalamus, reduces the stress hormones. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why for the last 128 years, not only has chiropractic been put on the map, it has stayed there because of the results that we get. The science is unequivocal. The research is there. The question is, do you know it? Do you understand it? And are you convicted enough to communicate it effectively? There it is, the science of chiropractic in under 3 minutes. Hit reply or comment below. I'm here for it.